right. Roulettee. Dang, oh, there's a roulette wheel. Right there. Now, all roulette wheels are the same as far as their initial makeup. You may have some that have 48 numbers. You may have some that has 32 numbers. I don't get into that. But the basic makeup is a double zero and a zero, and then a number of digits, and then black and red. And some people put green, that's fine. Some people don't. Okay? Well, there's dark green. All right. You throw the marble one way, you spin the wheel the other way. And where that marble falls is the winner. Now, there's two ways you can bet. What are the two ways?
Number
On the number, or the color, or both. All right? We're just going to go with the numbers right now, because y'all know what the probability of the color would be, don't you? On a black and red wheel, it's what? 50-50. Okay, so that's Vegas ain't going to go with 50-50. So you're not going to win as much money on the color as you will. But if you have a lot of money and you wanted to bet it all, would you bet it on a color or a number?
Color.
Color, because you got a better chance of winning. You're just not going to win as much as you would if it fell on the number and the color, or the number. Anyway, make a long story short, that's a roulette.
Well, what if you bet on the number? Wouldn't it be like you're betting on the color too at the same time?
No, because
You could get the 22 and it's in the black.
yeah, you could. I mean, I don't know the official rules, but I do know that the probability of black and the number 26. Like if you bet on 26, you wouldn't be betting on black, but you can bet on black. You can bet on just the 26. Just black, or you can bet on black 26. You don't know where it's going to fall. Black 26 is the lower probability, so therefore the stakes are what? Higher. Versus black would be low. Okay? But anyway, let's say let me just pull up the problem that you're going to see on your test, and you're probably going to see 2 or 3 of these on your test. Why? Because this problem has everything in it. It has probability, it has the complement, and it has the odds against and the odds in favor. So that's why we're going to go over it. See if I can find it. Hold on, let me find 4.1, I think this is 4.2, study plan, and I'll find the problem. Probably one of these. There it is. Then blow it up so everybody can write it down. And you will see this on your test 2 or 3 times. And it's not going to change. You just have different numbers. So I don't want anybody saying that they don't know how to do it. There it is. We're going to walk through this one. It has several parts. I think it has 4 parts. But anyway, a modified roulette wheel has 32 slots. One slot is 0, the other is 00, and the others are numbered 1 through 30. You are placing a bet that the outcome is a what? Even number. Bless you. No more sneezing in class. Even number. Okay? Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, even is going to be 15, the probability is 15 over 32. It's wrong, and you just lost the game. All right? You're going to have to think. I'm going to give y'all some time to write it down and give y'all a chance to do A, and then we'll do it. All right, Vanna, bring it down, please. Now, there's 2 or 3 things I want to talk about on this problem. The first thing I want to talk about is what is success in this problem? The success would be getting a what? Even number. Even number. So success in this would be getting the marble. I call it a marble, but it probably has some kind of fancy name. But getting the marble on an even number. That would be success. Now, what is the complement to success? Failure. And our failure would be the complement.
Getting it on any other.
Failure would be not getting an even number. Now, the reason I said not getting an even number is because somebody would have said odd. You can't say odd. Because 0 and double 0 are not negative or positive. So you can't just classify all the numbers into 2 categories when there's 3 categories. All right? So, in this problem, the trick is to remember the second one, the second little thing. And that is the complement to success is failure. But the complement to even is not even. Let me give you an example. O.J. Simpson. Was he innocent or was he not guilty? We all know he was pretty much guilty, all right? But the court found him what?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Why didn't they find him innocent? Why wasn't he innocent? Because innocent, he would never have been in the courtroom to begin with. Why? Because he had what? He had an alibi. He had visual proof. Let me give you an example. Mr. Bright works at Domino's Pizza on 24. And he goes to work. He takes his car to work, and he don't deliver pizza. He just makes the pizzas. And his friend, his roommate, is Miss Long. And Miss Long needs to borrow the car because her car is broke down, and her father is sorry and won't fix it. And you can tell him I said that. And no, I'm just kidding. And she needs a car, so she needs to go to work. And she goes and borrows his car. She gets a ride up to Domino's because they live right there near Domino's, and she borrows his car. But she didn't go to work. She went over to the People's Bank right across the road from Bilo, and she robbed that bank. And she killed 2 people while she was robbing that bank. Okay? And then she went and bought her a car with the money she stole and took his car back to him. And 2 or 3 days later, what happens to Mr. Bright?
They come hunting.
They come hunting him. Will Mr. Bright go to court?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, he was at Domino's.
Well, he was at Domino's. He has cameras at Domino's. And what is at the bank?
Cameras.
Cameras. He's innocent. He will never go to court because he's innocent. Now,
But I mean, innocent.
if he knocks out all the cameras at, I don't know why he would knock out all the cameras at Domino's, and I don't know why Mr. Bright would knock out the cameras at the bank, but if Miss Long knocked out the cameras at the bank, and of course, you know the places work, usually the cameras aren't on, but at Domino's, then it would just be his word and his boss's word and his eyewitness's word against, the bank. Then you would have to go through the process because it's just his word. And yes, there can be conspiracy, and yes, there can be coercion and people actually grouping up and teaming up on Miss Long or whatever the case may be. So there is 3 verdicts. There's innocent, which is acquittal. Then there is not guilty, which everybody is still thinking you're guilty, which is OJ. And then there is not guilty. Guilty, not guilty, and innocent. Innocent usually does not go into the courtroom because they can prove it before the arraignment. Okay? So don't always think of odd as the complement of even, because in this problem it just doesn't work. Third thing we're going to do after we find out these two things is we're going to find out the probability of success and the probability of failure. And then after the probability of success and after the probability of failure, you're going to find the odds. So those are the four things we're going to be doing in this problem. So, we know that the evens, probability of even, will be 15 over what?
32.
15 over 32. I'm making sure that the number's yeah. 15 over 32. The probability of not even is going to be 17 over what?
32.
Now remember, this is success, and this is what? Failure. So the probability of winning is 15 over 32, and that's what you do. Now, why do I not turn it into a decimal? Well, with the odds in favor and odds against, you're going to be multiplying or dividing a fraction by fraction, which means you're going to multiply by the what? And then you're going to the 32s are going to cancel. And it's a whole lot easier to do it that way than do it in your calculator. Okay? And then they're going to ask you what is the probability, or what are the odds against? They're going to ask you. And the odds against is the probability of failure over the probability of success. And the odds in favor, I don't know which ones they're going to ask you, is the probability is the reciprocal of this, probability of success over the probability of what? Failure. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the answer as 15 over 32. It's a miracle. What are the odds against winning? So I go back to my previous page, and the odds against is probability of failure. What's failure? 17 over 32. Over 15 over 32, and you multiply by the reciprocal, the 32's cancel, and it's 17 to what?
15.
17 to 15. So you put a 17 here, and a 15 here. Now before I go to the next problem, or the next, I'm going to show you how to do that again, because some of you are going, huh, what, where, huh? So let's go over that. Because remember, if you knew the material, you would. Wouldn't have to be here. Alright? Because if you knew the material, you wouldn't have to take a class. Okay? So, probability of failure is 17 over 32. Was it 32? And the probability of success is 15 over 32. And that's odds against is probability of failure over the probability of success. A fraction divided by another fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal. And the 32's cancel. And you're left with 17, no coughing in class, please. 17 over 15. And that is what the answer is. So if they were asking in favor, it would be 15 to 17. Now, the next question they're going to ask is, if you paid $10, if the payoff odds were 1 to 1, I don't like this question because it confuses students, but 1 to 1, if you bet $10, you're going to win $10, so you actually win nothing. So remember, C, you put the same bet money that you're betting. So when you get this on a test, If this is 20, that's 20. If this is 15, that's 15. If this is 100, that's 100. You just put in the same number because it's 1 to 1. I just think it's a waste of a test question. Okay? I don't really like C. So just remember, whatever this is, that's going to be there too. Now the next question, I disagree with the question because it actually uses, in my opinion, it uses bad English, but when some of y'all are going to look at it and go, what are you talking about? Now just wait till I get there. So let's type in, what did I say, $10 here?
Mhm.
It's a miracle. All right. Now, what if you bet $10 on your odds against winning? What if you bet the same $10 with these odds?
That makes no sense.
No, that's okay. Okay, you bet against that's because that's what you're betting on. You're betting on the odds against winning. And a lot of people have no idea how to do this. Well, I'm going to go to I'm going to skip to a question here. Let's say I give you a recipe. I don't know how to spell recipe. For 24 cookies. Is that how you spell recipe?
Yes.
That's one of those words I never use, and then when I look at it, it looks what?
No.
It looks like recite. I just don't look like recipe. I can't stand the word necessary. I hate the word necessary because I never can spell it. I can spell Mississippi, but I can't spell necessary. So I just put need to have. I don't put necessary. All right, recipe. And it makes 24 cookies. 1 cup of sugar, 2 cups of milk, and 1 cup of flour. Okay, I know there's probably some chefs in here, okay, and I know this is going to be a nasty cookie, but I don't really care. I'm just giving you some things to multiply by, okay? So get over it and shut up. All right, 24 cookies. Now, I'm going to put a number up here, and people are going to say, okay, all you do is double it. Okay, that's not what I'm asking. All right, remember, if you knew the material, you wouldn't be here. 48. If I want to make 48 cookies, well, 48 divided by 24 is 2. So I multiply everything by what? 2. Well, what if I wanted to make 72 cookies?
3.
Well, you divide 72 by 24 and you get what? 3. So I'm going to make 3 cups of sugar, 6 cups of milk, 3 cups of flour. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
What if I want to make 107 cookies? Somebody divide it by 24. What do you get?
4.46.
4.5. So I'm going to multiply everything by what? 4.5. What are you doing? You're finding a constant to multiply by, right? So anytime you come up with a pour-over ratio, that's what Opie calls it on Andy Ricker. When you come up with a ratio, you just basically multiply whatever you need by that what? By that ratio. Now you can multiply by 48 over 24, or you can multiply by 2. You can multiply by 72 over 24, you can multiply by 3. This one don't come out to be real nice like this one does. But you're going to multiply by 4.5, or just multiply by the fraction. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you going to do here?
Multiply 17 over 32 by 15 over 32.
Good job. That's the whole point of me going through that, is so by the time you get back to the question, you can say, oh, I need to multiply 10 by 17 over 15. You would be surprised on how many students don't know to multiply that 10 by that 17 over 15. Now, take your 17 over 15. That comes out to be 1.2. Let me see if I can do it. That'd be 17, 15, be 20, basically 1.1. So 1.1 times 10 is 11. So it'd be about $11. What does it come out to be?
11.333.
11.333. 11.33. So you put Well, you get 11.33. Now, where do I not like the problem? Where do I disagree with the problem? Look at the question. Anybody? I figure an English major would pick up on it just like that. Well, not that it's a grammatical error. I don't know if I said grammatical, but maybe I don't know. I just don't like the wording. What word do I not like? Huh? Profit. Why? Because the answer is $11.33.
But
You only made $1.33 profit.
Exactly. You only made $1.33. You put $1.33, you get it wrong.
nuh-uh.
Didn't you? Unless they fixed it.
You have to 11.33.
But that's not profit.
That's why I disagree with it. All right. Now, let me tell you what they're thinking. As soon as you give up that $10, you have nothing in your what?
Yeah, in your pocket.
Pocket. That's what they're. But I still don't agree with that.
Yeah,
The word that they should use is payoff.
because that money's still yours.
That's what they should be using. Payoff.
Okay.
What is the payoff? How much payoff should you make? Or profit, that is not the right word. Okay? Now they can disagree with me all they want to, the publishers can, but I detest this problem, not because of its content, but because of that word right there. I really disagree with that. Because most of us don't think of profit as, okay, I gave up $10, so now I have none in my pocket. They don't think of it. They think of how much did you pay and how much did you make. Subtract the two, and that's the profit. So I made a big deal out of it, so you will remember it. Do not put the profit. Put the payoff. The payoff that the bank is going to be giving you after your big, gigantic win is what? $11.33. So you need to put that down right there. $11.33.
Fantastic.
Okay? So, first, probability. Second, odds against. Third, put the same number. Don't even do anything for C. Just put the same number. And then here, do not write the profit, put the payoff. So change this to payoff, or just remember to put the whole total. Okay? Give you one more so y'all can do that one right quick, and then we'll move on to something else. Dana, blow it up and hit freeze for me so I can take the roll. I need to take the roll for the last class too. I didn't do that. You froze it?
No, not yet.
Hurry up,
I'm
Dana.
gonna find it.
Gosh.
Is it
Bottom
frozen?
right hand corner.
I'm pressing it, I promise.
There, too long.
Okay.
Okay, let me call the roll. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? Oh yeah, we got time. I should finish chapter 4 by the end of the day, and y'all have a test tonight. I like that laugh. That was like, yeah, right, whatever. No, we should finish chapter 4 next week, so you're probably talking about a test next week. Only 3 sections, 3 or 4 sections we covered. Did I do this one?
That's like the exact same question.
It is.
Okay, we'll just forget it then.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was the same question. Let's see, everybody was ready this morning except for, Vanna wasn't there. And Snyder wasn't there. And Young wasn't there. And let me do today's, in this class. I put no class for y'all last week. I mean, what was it?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, I put no class. Nobody, hopefully y'all won't get a bureaucratic email. You should go to class. If you want to succeed, you should go to class.
I got one of those because it's the technical error in my online class.
Oh yeah, we have to keep up with attendance in our online class.
Because she had to give me an extension because it was like screwed up or whatever. And they sent me one and they were like,
Yeah, you missed a day in your
You need to
online
get your life
class.
straight.
Yeah, basically what it says. Remy's here, Mr. Bright's here, Mr. Brock's here, Ms. Cowart's here, Ms. Dyer's here, Ms. Jones. Jones. Hello, Jones. Joshi's here, Long is here, Oriano's here, Putnam is here, Richardson is here, she switched seats on me, and Swinger is here. Okay, so I only got one person missing. All right, so go ahead and hit the button again and freeze. Oh, did you unfreeze it?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's see what else we can find to discourage you as much as possible. Sometimes you might see one like this. Blow it up, Ben. To the right are outcomes that are possible when a couple has 3 children. You might want to write that down because you're going to see it again. The boy, 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 girl, boy, girl, boy. You don't have to write the words. Just say B, 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 G. That's the way it's usually written. So I thought you might want to write that down and put a highlight around it because you're going to see it again and you don't want to have to write those out again. Just refer to it in your notes. Okay? And find those probabilities. A, B, and C. I'm going to give you a minute to write it down and see if you can do it. And if you can't do it, just meditate on Did I turn that video camera on? Has it got a red dot at the top? Okay.
It's flashing.
That means it's recording. Good. I couldn't remember if I turned it on or not. I can't find my... Oh, there it is. Now, it's kind of, like I say, you might want to keep this because that's used in a lot of homework questions and a lot of test questions. It says, find among 3 children there is exactly 1 boy. 1. So you go over here and you find exactly 1 boy. So, ding, 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 here's 1. 1 boy. Ding, there's 1. And then another combination. So what is the probability of exactly 1 boy? 3 out of what? 8. This is called a sample space. All right, a sample space is when you actually draw out the endings to a outcome. Huh? You gonna let me talk? You okay? You're such a wife. All right. Now, what's another word for 0, girls?
All boys.
All boys. Duh. So, I think we can say all boys would be, oops, sorry. Dang old blue. So that'd be 1 out of what? 1 out of 8. There are exactly 2 girls. So you take your handy dandy highlighter and you color it mauve. And you go
That's
2
the
girls.
same as number 3. I mean number the 8.
It may be, it may not be. Depends on how many numbers you got. But yeah, maybe this one it probably is going to be, but I don't know. So take your handy dandy mauve color 2 girls. Let's see, ding, 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 ding. I'm looking for 2 girls. Here's one. Ding, ding. Where's another 2 girls? Ding, ding,
And the next one.
and the next one. Ding, ding. So 3 out of 8. Now, a while ago you said, just a few seconds ago, you said it's going to be the same number as the other one.
'Cause if
Well,
you-
because she was doing the complement. She was doing the complement of the complement of the complement. All boys and all what? Girls. That takes out 2 because it says that, and what does it say right here? Exactly what?
2 girls.
So that takes out, I'll just take my handy dandy red highlighter and I'll
That
take
one.
those 2 right there out. I mean, that one out and that one out because it says exactly 2. And then you've already got exactly what? 1, that took, I done lost it, but where did it take it out? 1 boy, exactly 1 boy. Where's 1 boy? Right here. There it is. 1 boy, and 1 boy, and 1 boy. And what does that leave? 3 out of 8. Or you can count it like we did with the, pink one. You can count exactly 2 girls. Okay, I just did it backwards. You know what I mean. I'm sorry, I remembered it wrong. Exactly 1 boy is the opposite, so it's 3 over 8. Come out the same. Where is it? There it is. 3 out of 8. And that's it. So make sure you know how to find the physical probability, which we haven't done any physical probabilities, but it'll give you examples. If you shuffle a deck 3 times and you pick a face card 1 time, then that's 1 out of 3. And what is the probability? I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But make sure you can make a sample space and make sure you can do the theoretical probability of whatever they throw at you. And that's 4.2. Okay? Capiche? Everybody feel good about themselves?
Great.
Good. So that way I can pull the rug out from under you in 4.3. Now, 4.3 and 4.4. You're going to go in them together? Yeah, I'm going to go in them and teach both of them in one